Welcome fans of Fate Grand Order. I'm Avon, you're watching FGO Tips, and today I wanted to fulfill a viewer request and talk about setting up your support servants for the new Halloween event, Ghouls and Pumpkins. There's a lot of options to cover, so let's get started. By the way, I'm recording from a hotel room, so I apologize if the audio is a bit odd today. There's basically two trains of thought when it comes to setting up your support servants for the Halloween comeback event. One of the common recommendations is to plan according to the challenge quests. For full info on who you'll need to complete those, check out the video we did on the challenge fights earlier. When it comes to support servants though, I don't strongly recommend this strategy. These challenges definitely are not as tough as those we faced in Dante's event or the last Nerofest. These are fairly quick challenges that people will complete only once and then move on. I think you're better off planning for where people will spend most of their time, and that's going to be farming. I talked about farming in the event guide video already, so here's the super abridged version. Farm for copper in the snowfield. You'll fight lancers and berserkers with a berserker boss. Use the Eli-chan and hospitality CEs. Farm for silver in the lava tube. You'll fight berserkers and riders with a rider mid-boss in the second wave and a bigger rider boss in the third wave. Use the tavern and witch CEs. Farm for gold at the castle gates. You'll fight casters, including a caster mid-boss in the second wave and a lancer boss in the third wave. Use the wizard and priest and dangerous beast CEs. If you don't have enough CEs to boost any one resource or enemies, you can farm at the pyramid for a bit of everything. You'll fight lancers and riders, including a rider mid-boss in the second wave and an even bigger rider boss in the third wave. Now let's talk about sabers. When it comes to farming, the most likely place to use a saber is up against the lancer boss while farming for gold. The dangerous beast CE from the banner is your best choice. The wizard and priest CE from the event shop is your second best option. Since we're talking about dealing lots of damage to a single boss enemy, the single target sabers are best. And Brave Liz is an obvious choice given the fact that she has a 100% attack boost during the event. But everyone is going to have their own copy as well, so they might be looking for more variety. If you're leveling her all the way to 80 or above right away, maybe even powering up some skills, she still makes one of the best picks here. Other single target sabers like Okita, Bride Nero, Rama, and Lancelot are great alternatives. If you can't field a gold saber yet, you can try Caesar or Bedivere, but try to swap in Brave Liz when you get her. There's also a bunch of lower level lancer enemies while farming for copper or farming for everything at the pyramid. This means AoE sabers aren't completely out of the picture, but they aren't as likely to be picked either. If you do decide to field an AoE saber, give them the hospitality CE from the banner or the Eli-chan CE from the shop. Archers don't fit well into the farming game since there are no sabers to fight. Someone might use your archer to fight berserkers though, and copper farming has the most berserkers, including a berserker boss. Use the hospitality CE from the banner or the Eli-chan CE from the shop. Robin is a good choice given his 50% attack boost during the event. As a 3-star servant, you can bet almost everyone has their own copy, but they haven't necessarily leveled him up. If you have a level 70 or above Robin, especially one with a high level sabotage skill, you can still put him up without feeling bad. Since they don't rock in the farming department, you can also think about challenge quests here. The first challenge, where you can use only female servants, puts us up against lots of sabers. AoE female archers like Atalanta and Nobunaga are options. The 7th challenge features a couple of sabers, but also a strong lancer, so it's kinda risky. Only FGO originals can join this fight, so Orion, Nobunaga, Tesla, Arjuna, Tristan, Summer Altria, Summer Ann and Mary, and of course Chloe. The 8th challenge also has a saber, and your options for this one are Emiya, Gil, Tesla, Tristan, Summer Altria, Chloe, and Robin. You'll notice a few servants work in 2 out of 3 challenges, but none work in all 3 unfortunately. Robin is still probably my top pick if you can swing it. Lancers aren't a good fit for farming either, since there are no archers to fight. If you're hoping someone will pull your lancer to fight against berserkers, you can use the hospitality CE or the Eli-chan CE. Lancer Vlad is an obvious choice given his 50% attack boost, but of course that only helps you if you got lucky on the banner and saved enough experience cards to level him up. If you want to talk challenges, the 4th one is almost all archers, including 2 of the 3 bosses. No kings or queens allowed here, so Liz, Karna, Fionn, Bryn, Lee, Tamamo, and Kyo all work. So does Ku if you can't swing a gold option. There's also an archer boss in the 2nd challenge. That means male lancers only, and bonus points for single target NPs. Best options are Lancer Vlad and Lee, but Ku is a very nice option in case your gold lancers are mostly females like mine. The 7th challenge has an archer boss, but also a saber boss at the same time, so it's a little bit iffy. Only FGO originals here, so Skahak, Lancer Altria, her alter form, Fionn, Summer Tamamo, and Summer Kyo. Overall, Vlad is still my top pick, but go with someone on at least 2 of the lists as a second choice. If you want to talk silver, then Ku, Romulus, and Hector fit on multiple lists as well. For riders, we definitely want someone that will help with gold farming. Use the Dangerous Beast CE from the banner or the Wizard and Priest CE from the shop. The second wave of gold farming is a single 100k HP demon caster. Single target riders like Anne and Mary, Maeve, Kentucky, and Ozzy are helpful. There's also a lot of weaker caster enemies, including 3 in the first wave and 2 more in the third wave, so AoE riders like Marie, Martha, Drake, Astolfo, and Iskander could be just as handy. Caster is another class that is not super handy for farming, unless maybe for fighting against berserkers. I actually strongly recommend Nidocris here because of her 50% attack bonus, her ability to charge her gauge quickly, and her AoE NP that can inflict instant death, if her Egyptian Magecraft skill is leveled enough. This means she can be used for wave clearing in any of the farming stages, so feel free to give her a copy of whichever extra event CEs you have laying around. If you have plenty of options though, I recommend Hospitality from the banner or Elichan from the shop, because copper farming is against berserkers and that's where she'll do the most damage. If you want to think about challenges though, you'll definitely want to take note of challenge number 3. It's all assassins in the first 2 waves, then a third wave which includes 2 berserkers and another assassin. Only Western servants are allowed, which means Nido is still perfect here. If you don't have her though, I know you must have Caster Liz at NP 5. Other offensive casters include Nursery Rhyme, Helena, Edison, Da Vinci, and Caster Marie. Assassins are most useful against the riders while farming silver. You'll want to use the Witch CE from the banner or the Tavern CE from the event shop. Cleopatra will gain a 50% attack boost during the event, so if you got lucky on the banner, please level her up and throw her in there. Otherwise, just field the best single target assassin you can. The second wave is a single rider enemy with 130,000 HP, and in the third wave there's a rider boss with 230,000 HP. AoE assassins like Skahak are okay if that's all you have, but the other free servant Shiki is even better. So are Jack, Emiya, MHX, and Carmilla. When it comes to berserkers, they can kinda help out anywhere. It's hard to predict where your friends might need them the most, so feel free to give them whatever CEs you have extra copies of. If you have to pick though, my suggestion is to plan for gold farming. People will probably spend time farming this more than anything else, and it forces them to fight both casters and lancers, which means berserkers are the only basic class that can deal great damage to everyone. Hands down, Ibaraki is the best option here due to her 50% attack bonus during the event. If you don't have her, I'd recommend any of the male berserkers. They will come in handy against Ruler Martha in the second challenge where only male servants can be used. Ibaraki is still my top choice, but Ku is second and Herc is third. If you don't have any of those, don't worry, any male berserker is a reasonable choice, so pick whoever is your strongest. When it comes to special classes, none of them feature prominently in the farming game. Give them whatever CEs you have extra copies of. I'd have to pick Jalter mostly because of her incredible attack stat. If you don't have her, Dantes is my second choice. As an Avenger, he does a great job against Ruler Martha in the second challenge, where only male servants are permitted. If you don't have either of them, you can pretty much pick whoever you want. Now, the only slot we didn't talk about is the first one, where you can add any servant you want. If there were any other slots where you felt torn between 2 different picks, try throwing one of them into this slot. If you are really having trouble deciding, I recommend a Saber. They are helpful for farming gold, which is where most people are going to spend the majority of their farming time. And give this Saber the Dangerous Beast CE or the Wizard and Priest CE. Now, that should just about do it. I hope I answered your questions on this topic pretty thoroughly, but if there's anything else you're still curious about, leave a question in the comments. I'll try to answer there, but hopefully everyone else can contribute their knowledge as well. Let me know if you find videos like this useful, and if there are any other topics you'd like to see me cover. Good luck with your lineup, good luck with your farming, and as always, thanks for watching.